friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be going over my summer TBR. There are so many books on my TBR. This is just going to be my summer TBR, which is going to consist of mostly romance books. I've got a couple different genres that I'm going to go over. We've got some that are like more literary fiction romance or just literary fiction in general. Some that just look like they're the summer vibe, even though they might not be set in summer or might not have anything to do with summer. Some that do take place in summer, have summer in the title, or are a summer book. And then some that I just personally think are summer. So without further ado, let's hop right into my summer TBR. I'm actually going to start off with a genre that I personally feel just screams summer to me, and that category is cowboy romance. I don't know what it is about a cowboy romance, but they just scream summer to me. I think I read the Chestnut Spring series in summer or spring last year and absolutely loved them. Maybe it's because we have all of the like rodeos, fairs, and stuff like that in the summertime where I live. But a cowboy romance just screams summer, so I have 3 books here that are cowboy romance books that I would like to read this summer. The first one is Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. I have not read the Rebel Blue Ranch series yet, but I am dying to get into them. I love cowboy romance, so I just know I'm going to eat this series up, and everyone that I know has loved it as well. So this series is kind of high on my TBR for the summer. Next we have Holding the Reins by Paisley Hope. Again, another cowboy romance series. I think this one is the Silver Pines series. Again, I've just heard really great things about these books and I'm super excited to get into them. I'm not even sure what this one's about. This one says broken engagement finds herself falling for a brother's best friend. That's right up my alley. Broken engagement, brother's best friend, steamy cowboy romance. Yup, I'm hooked. I cannot wait to read this one. This one is also very high up on my TBR. Then I just recently got this book when I was book shopping with Heidi. It is Homebound by Meredith Trapp. I don't know if this is going to be a series or if this is a standalone, but look at this cover. This is just the cutest thing I've ever seen, and it honestly screams summer to me. I also think this is a second chance cowboy romance because it says he's heading back to get the girl. Yes, sir. Oh yes, this is definitely like best friends second chance romance, and I am here for that. Again, you can't go wrong with cowboy romance. I think cowboy romances scream summer, so I will be reading this one this summer. Now we're gonna get into some books that either have summer in the title or that I just know are a summer book. We have Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. I am very excited to read this book. Both Heidi and Priscilla have loved this book. Priscilla actually sent this book to me, so thank you so much, Priscilla. I cannot wait to read this one. I don't often read a whole lot of young adult, but I have heard that K.L. Walther writes very good young adult. I've heard her compared to Lynn Painter, and I love Lynn Painter's writing. I've loved all of Lynn Painter's books, so I'm very excited to read this one. I think I'm going to really like it, and everyone just has really good things to say about this one. So then we have her second book, which is What Happens After Midnight by K.L. Walther. Again, I just know that she writes like summery books or books that take place in the summer, and they all just sound really good. I'm not sure if these books are connected in any way, shape, or form. I don't believe they are, but all of her books just look so cute, and I've heard such great things. So this is another one that I will want to read this summer. This next book I feel like everyone has read, and I am so excited to finally read it. That is Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. One Golden Summer just came out, and I am dying to read it because of everything I've seen people say. Everyone is loving that book, but I just cannot justify going into that one having not read the others. So I need to read this one like yesterday. I feel like this is one of the OG book talk books that you see everyone post about, and I'm just super excited to read it. Then we have Not Safe for Work by Nisha J. Tooley. I actually got sent this from Forever Publishing, and I am so excited to read it. Thank you so much to Forever Publishing. I believe this book follows our main character and her boss's son, and they're on a work trip and they get stuck in the same room together. They have to share a room. The back of the book says the company newsletter is about to get spicy. Again, that sounds right up my alley. I think I'm gonna love this one. And also the cover just looks gorgeous. This just screams summer to me. This cover looks so summery. And I've also heard a lot of good things about this one. I think a lot of people that have read it have rated it very highly, so I have very high hopes for this. Then we have A Not So Meet Cute by Megan Quinn. This is part of the Kane Brothers series, I believe. I have not read a single Megan Quinn book, and I wanted to start with this series first. All of these covers kind of scream summer to me, but this one in particular because of like the palm trees and the vibe on the front of the book. But I've heard really great things about Megan Quinn's writing, and again, I kind of feel like I'm the last person to read her books, so I'm really excited to jump into them this summer. Then of course we have Problematic Summer Romance by Allie Hazelwood. I love Allie Hazelwood, and this is an age gap romance. Are you kidding me? I love Age Gap. I feel like this book was made for me. I am so excited to read it. Everyone and their mother is reading this book this summer, and I'm going to be one of them. I feel like I don't have to say much about this one. Of course, it's on my summer TBR, and I cannot wait to read it. Lastly, for summer inspired books, we have 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. I don't know a whole lot about this book, but considering that it says 7 Days in June, I'm assuming that it's a summer book. I've heard such great things about this one. This one is also an OG Book Talk book. I think a lot of people were talking about it when I very first joined Book Talk, so I'm super excited to finally read it and see what it's all about. Next, we're going to kind of switch it up. We're going to do some literary fiction or literary fiction plus romance books on my summer TBR. Some of these books I don't necessarily know if they're literary fiction plus romance, but I believe from what I've heard, that's how these books read. Like, they read more like literary fiction with subplot of romance, if I'm correct. The first one is The Sweet Life by Debbie Mason. I think this one is more women's fiction. I got sent this one from Forever Publishing, so thank you so much to Forever. I believe this one follows our main character and then also follows her mom, and there may be a subplot of romance in this one. I'm not 100% sure. I've been loving fiction books recently, and I have not heard of this author before, so I'm really excited to see how this book turns out and maybe find a new fiction favorite author. I also think this cover is just stunning. Like, the colors, the way it looks like a painting, this screams summer to me. Then we have another fiction book, which is Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I've heard so many people have such amazing things to say about this book and how it just perfectly depicts like friendship and coming of age as a woman. So many people have loved this book and had so many great things to say about it that I just have to put it on my TBR. Nothing about this really gives me summer vibes. I think I just would like to read it in the summer. Oh, JK. Actually, I think this does take place in the summer. I don't know, but it's on my summer TBR because so many of you have loved it and I cannot wait to read it. Then we have 32 Days in May by Betty Corello. Avon sent me this book, so thank you so much to Avon. I have heard so many good things about this book. Everyone kind of recommended this book by saying like sad girl summer, and you know what? I love a good, sad, heartfelt, tear-jerking, emotional, going to make me weep in my bed book. This book also follows the main character who has a chronic illness, so I already know it's just gonna like rip my heart out. But again, I've heard such amazing things about it. I do think this follows more like women's fiction plus romance, so I'm really excited to read this one. Both Tara DeWitt and BK Borison have a little blurb on the back, and I know that those authors are very well loved, so I cannot wait to read this. The last two books for this category are Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan and Summer Romance. I love Destiny Sidwell, and she raves about Annabelle Monaghan. I have not read any of her books. These two are the ones that kind of like intrigue me the most. I don't really know if I would like Nora Goes Off Script, but these two books sounded right up my alley, and specifically Summer Romance. I think she said that like there were so many things in this book that she'll be taking with her for the rest of her life, and like things that she still thinks about to this day. I'm not so sure of her thoughts on Same Time Next Summer. I kind of forget what she thought about this one, but I have seen a lot of other people love it, so both of these books honestly are just right up my alley, and I'm really excited to read them in the summer. Last but not least, we have some random books here that aren't necessarily a summer read, but the cover or the vibe just screams summer to me, which is why I'm including them in my summer TBR. First, we have All's Fair in Love and Pickleball by Kate Spencer. Forever also sent me this one. Thank you so much to Forever. The cover of this just screams summer to me, and I think it takes place at like a pickleball tournament or like a pickleball team. And I remember when pickleball became like so popular, everyone was playing it all summer long, so I don't know if that's why I just feel like this would be perfect to read in the summer, but I also just think the cover gives summer vibes. The back says pickleball rivalry, sure. Falling for your fake boyfriend, now that's a surprise. So it's giving rivals and fake dating, which are right up my alley. I know I'm gonna enjoy this one. I cannot wait to see what it's about. Then we have Takes One to Know One by Lisette Dekos. This was also sent to me by Forever. I have no idea what this one's about, but I think she's like on an island with a celebrity or something. Maybe she works with this said celebrity or she's like his PR agent, but the cover just screams summer to me, and being on an island is perfect for the summer. I've also seen a lot of people say really good things about this book, so I'm very excited to get into it. Again, I don't know a whole lot about this book, so if you know a whole lot about it, then please comment below and let me know what you thought. I am very excited to read this one. These next two books I don't think are necessarily summer books, but the covers are giving summer, and I just really want to read them. We have The 7-Year Slip and A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. I have not read any of her books. Both of these covers are just super bright colors, and they just give summer vibes. Like yellow just gives summer vibes, and then I just love these colors together. I just think They both look so gorgeous. Everybody loves The 7-Year Slip, and I see people post about it all the time. So honestly, this one's just on my summer TBR because I want to be in the loop. I want to know what it's about. I want to know what the hype is, but I'm also just super excited to read it. Same kind of goes for A Novel Love Story. Everyone loves this book. I also really love the fact that her books kind of have like that magical realism take to them. It's very different from a lot of other romance books, and I think that's what's going to really sell her for me as an author. So I'm very excited for both of these books. The last book we have is How to Break My Heart by Kat Mason. This one is not out yet. This one's published by Atria. It comes out on the 23rd of September, but I'm honestly really excited to read it. The back says a Comey and Steamy enemies to lovers romance following a small town cafe owner and her best friend's billionaire brother as they are forced to work together to plan a wedding. Like, can you be more up my alley? Like, can it get any better? That sounds perfect. Small town cafe, enemies to lovers, best friends, billionaire brother, forced to work together. I know nothing about it other than that little blurb that's up there at the top, but again, I just think I would love to read this in the summer, and the cover is just giving summer. Like, the cover is giving summer vibes. Unfortunately for you guys, this one does not come out until September, so I will not be giving any spoilers or any in-depth review of this one, but I am so excited to read it. 20 books later, and that is my summer TBR. I know that was so many books, and I do typically read about 10 books a month, aside from the month of June because I don't know what happened, but I don't plan on reading every single one of these books necessarily. They're just all on my radar for summer. Some of these I think I will definitely make a priority to read over the summer, but others I won't really be disappointed if I don't get to them because I know I'll always have them for next summer or later in the year. I know I kind of went through these very quickly. I didn't really say what they're about or give you too much about them other than what I thought or why I picked them. So again, if you've read them, please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.